And you've got the fisherman aspect, you know, down when you get down into the
Fall River
area. So how do you look at those two groups? And because the fishermen really have been it kind of amazes me on how that they've gone towards so much of the Democratic Party when the Democratic Party basically allows them not to work. I don't get that.
It's inexplicable.
Right, exactly. So how do you relate to fishermen, and how do you relate to Tea Party?
Well, fishermen and farmers aren't that much different, really. I mean,
You're right.
really not.
You're right.
They're the same. I grew up with them my whole life. But I also am a very educated woman. I've been to the Harvard Kennedy School. I have a master's from there, and I'm a doctor, so I work with that. But you know, people at heart, I think there are so much more of us that are just at heart. We live in our communities. I've lived here for more than 25 years for a reason. I belong in my community. The demographic of the district is actually very interesting. 75% of the district is fiscally conservative or fiscally moderate, and 75% of the district is socially liberal or socially moderate. And there's a reason that I've lived here all these years, because I fit that demographic. And the way you win an election as a moderate Republican in this district is you must close the gap in Brookline, Newton, and Needham, which are big vote centers. If you cannot close the gap in those communities, you can't win the race. And so you have to be able to relate to people there as well as in the rest of the district. And I think that although the last time around Sean carried 19 of 29 communities, he lost Brookline by 75-25, Newton by 65, 70, 30, something like that. And I fit the demographic of those communities. And I believe I can really close the gap. And that's why I think it's a winnable election. And I love people. When I'm out camping, I think people will be amazed to find out how much. I mean, I'll talk about anything. We can talk about farming, we can talk about fishing. We shipped back 300 pounds of fish from our camping trip in Canada, because my husband's a very big fisherman, and we were subsistence fishermen when we camped. So it's not like we don't know how about fish. We certainly know about that. And we also have a deep sense of conservation, which I know are issues out here. Conservation issues are important out here. And we really appreciate that as well. So I think I bring the breadth.
So when it comes